Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Ronka and I love to talk about making moves both geographically and professionally. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about odd opportunities. This is my part 2 of the video. In the first one, I talked about how to make the most of an odd opportunity, but in this video, I'm going to be getting into how to decide if you should even take an odd opportunity. Now, the 3 tips I'm going to share are helpful really for no matter what you're looking at, whether it's an odd opportunity or an ideal opportunity. But I think that they're more important when you're looking at something that you deem odd, because you don't want to take an opportunity that's going to end up costing you in the long run. Tip number 1, don't turn things down just because it doesn't look perfect. I think nowadays with Instagram, LinkedIn, and just general societal pressure, a lot of us feel like our next move has to be the biggest move we can make. And the truth is that's not always going to happen. You have to feel comfortable taking opportunities that don't quite look like what your next big move should be, but that ultimately will help you get there, right? I think if you can pace yourself, you'll be more likely to actually find what you really do want to do than if you're just trying to always look for the next big break. Now, with odd opportunities, this is really important because they most definitely don't look like what you really want to do. I remember for me, like I mentioned in the previous video, when I was an undergrad, there was that internship I did for a program office, and I only did it because I literally didn't have anything else. But it ended up leading me to do a public health independent study my senior year, which I would say definitely is why I'm probably where I am today. I would recommend that, yes, you can have your ideal, but always be willing to try things out, even if they don't seem perfect. My second tip is to leverage transferable skills. So transferable skills are the type of skills that you can transfer across different industries, organizations, roles, whatever the case might be. One such example is project management. So you can work at Google doing project management. You could also work with Ticonderoga, which is a pencil brand, doing project management. You could also work with Kirkland, Costco Signature, doing project management. You could also probably work at a school district doing project management. Project management is a general concept that applies in a lot of different places. How it is utilized and maybe the specifics of what it focuses on might differ based on the organization, but in general, project management skills are applicable across the board. So like I mentioned, with transferable skills, you're thinking things like project management, communication skills, so technical writing, public speaking. You also are looking at things such as client relationship management. Basically, can you relate well with clients? You also want to think of data analysis, right? There are a lot of transferable skills that are important to have. So, you have soft skills such as communication and all those things. Then you have hard skills such as the coding, data management that I've mentioned. But transferable skills, once again, are key. For example, let's say that you intend to go to business school. You might feel as if you don't do an internship with the Fortune 500, you are not going to make it. But the truth is, it's really about how you're able to leverage all the different experiences and skills that you have, right? I have a friend whose younger brother was interested in doing business. He was an undergrad trying to do business and was planning that, once he graduates, he wants to get more business experience. And so he needed an internship. And he ended up interning at his mom's clinic. Now, they didn't have him in the back injecting people or prescribing anything. They had him in the front doing the business administration that the clinic needed. Every business needs business administration. So he was able to get some vital skills doing that. And I think that it's also key to keep in mind that every business is different, right? So what a small business will require is going to be different from what a large business will require. What a health-oriented business requires is going to be different from what another business requires. And so at times, even if the industry, the scope, or the specific content area doesn't seem applicable, being able to learn it or being able to kind of adapt to different industries will help you along the way. My third tip is to determine your opportunity cost for everything. Everything has an opportunity cost. If you choose to do something, that is you saying no to something else. If you choose not to do something, that is still you saying no to something else because you're choosing not to do anything. So opportunity cost is something that's extremely important, and it's something that can be pretty personal, right? So you can have 2 different people in similar situations with the same opportunity presented to them, and one person, the opportunity cost might work out that they should take that opportunity, whereas for another person, it might not. So for example, my husband, when he was in graduate school in Baltimore. And someone recommended that, you know what, I have this internship that I think would be a great fit for you. It's unpaid, but it's with this really big organization. They're very very well known. Like, everyone knows this organization. They're global, they're a global powerhouse, and it's an unpaid internship, and it's based in DC. Now, my husband had to consider the fact that, one, he's full-time graduate school, not even half part-time. He was full-time graduate school. Two, he wasn't making money otherwise. Like, he didn't have a paid job. Three, I think at this point he actually didn't even have a car. Four, he schools in Baltimore and this position is all the way in DC. And I think if you manage to take a MARC train, it might take you an hour to make that commute, but the MARC is expensive, y'all. And so you have people who, if offered this same internship, would jump at it in a second, right? Maybe because they're supported by family, maybe because they've planned for this their whole life, and so they've been able to save towards their upkeep and everything for the duration of the internship. But for my husband, he knew it was not going to work. And so whenever you're thinking about taking on any sort of opportunity, you have to think about the cost. For you, what's most important to you? If making sure you stay in financial, like you're floating financially is important to you, you might not be able to take unpaid internships. If for you being near your family is important to you, you might not be able to take jobs that require you to travel. If for you being able to not work on the weekends is important to you, you might not be able to work for certain organizations that expect it during peak season. So you really have to think through what is most important to you. What are the things that you absolutely can do and absolutely cannot do? Those things will help you determine how much you're willing to pay to take on certain opportunities. Now, like I said, these tips apply across the board, but I really would encourage you that if you're thinking even slightly, about taking on an odd opportunity, just make sure you do your due diligence, right? Think it through really well and make sure it's something that is going to benefit you. Once again, I am not one to say that you should never take an odd opportunity, because it has helped me so much when I have. But just make sure that you do it as as wisely as you can. All right, please let me know if you have any other tips or things that you consider when you're looking at opportunities that don't seem like a perfect fit. Otherwise, please feel free to like, to share, and to subscribe to this channel for more content. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.